Yeah, man.
Beatings you gave us. We will use them against you. Man, I love me some Chimera. Am I frozen up?
You are frozen, but you're back.
All right. All right. Now, I still don't have comments, which means I am going over to the YouTube link.
Yeah, which means
Well, I'll shut this one down.
Well, you can't because
no. All right, no. Let's try it. Let's see what happens here.
No,
let's just see what. No, I mean just no. I'll leave this one open. But
right, I think it's just it was you because you were having the two feeds at the same time. Now, of course, when we were talking about that last time, you didn't have the other thing. Rebecca is joining.
Yay. All right. See, now I have, because I'm on let me close this down. I'm on the YouTube, so I could see all of the comments and I could join in. And it's not interfering with anything, right?
Well, you're just a pixelated mess.
Oh, shit. Let me look at the eCam. Yeah. Damn it. All right.
I don't understand why you're not seeing the comments, though.
Yeah, I have no drop-down box or anything for comments. It used to just pop right up. More tools. No. Yep. Yeah, used to pop up here on the eCam page. You know, like in the upper right or lower right, there's nothing there.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. So let me go over here and just kind of browse the comments and see if I could recognize new folks. Dan's on, Big Josh, Jeremy, John, Zach, Ash, John McRae, Jeremy, Patty, Andrew, Chris Figueroa, Don Hokewater. Let me see who else is here. Patrick R, Tim Krennick. Wow, Rickard van Bushbach is from Queensland, Australia. Do we have anybody else? Has anybody else chimed in from Australia?
Tonight? No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, before?
No. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know we got New Zealand, but I'm not sure about. I'm sure we do.
Anthony Gomez, welcome, brother. First time. And welcome to Live. We are live. Patrick Leeper, Dutcher. Let me see who else here. Been a member since December. First time joining Livestream. All right. I knew that was a new name. Paxton Gable. Welcome to one of the live streams. Glad you are here. You could shoot the shit. You could freaking try the default view button. Let me see. Tim said, try the default view button. Default view button. I don't have a default view button. What would you mean by that? Oh, I'm clear now too, bro, right?
You're clear now, yes. You press the clear button, dude. You found the clear button.
I found the clear button. Yeah. Oh, Daniel's from Australia too, right? Daniel, right. Try the default view button. I do not know what that means. If you can elaborate, that would be much appreciated. That way I only have to look at one screen. Missed the medal. Yes, you did, Kenneth. You missed Chimera. Resurrection. Dude, freaking badass band, man. What a shame that they're not doing stuff anymore.
I know.
I always wish for like a reunion, you know, like they get a lot of bands will say, you know what? I've been doing tattoos long enough and working at Lowe's. Let's get back to writing some metal tunes, bro.
Yeah, right.
What days are the Zoom calls? Those are every other Sunday.
This Sunday
is one of them. 4 p.m. Eastern time. So while guys are chiming in, let me see here. No thanks. Let me clear out that one. 48 are on right now. You know what I've been watching?
What's that?
I've been watching the news. Well, it's so
glutton
funny
for punishment,
because,
aren't you?
Well, no, I'm doing it strictly for the entertainment value. I've been teaching my kids about subliminal manipulation. I say, watch what happens. Look at the contrast of colors, you know, because I'm bouncing between Fox and CNN. So they cater to their own brand of Kool-Aid drinkers.
Right.
I mean, if you're not watching, and I tell them, if you're not watching a little bit of Fox, you're not going to get any of the news. Right. But buyer beware, because they're still looking to make you a Kool-Aid drinker, right? So they have, their agenda and their narrative. CNN is my absolute favorite news channel because they are the best at manipulating stupid people. The way it's amazing, their the narrative, the words they choose. And I'll tell the kids, I say, now, when we pop over to CNN, what we're going to see is something about racism or something about Donald Trump. Why? Still. And sure as shit, every time. So apparently, CJ, in case you haven't been watching the news, I need to catch you up on something.
Thank you.
Apparently, the coronavirus, COVID-19, may have come, wait for it, from China. From China. That's what CNN's reporting right now. Because the White House is saying it may even come from a lab in Wuhan.
Really?
It may have.
Dude.
There's not 100, but this is something that we're just finding out.
I thought it came from a KKK rally.
Yeah, what are like 6 of those dudes?
Yeah, left.
Right. But yeah, so it may have come from China. We're not 100% sure, right? We're not 100% sure. And also, this is a new revelation in that it may even have been developed man-made in a lab. But we're waiting for the Chinese government to disclose all that, because they will. They'll disclose.
And we can trust them completely.
Oh, come on! Of course we can.
They would never.
I mean,
people who wear suit and ties don't lie.
No, right? Yeah. and if they, if we need the truth from them, we could just hit up John Cena, whatever his name is.
Yeah. To apologize.
Yeah, he could apologize.
He apologized in Mandarin.
Yeah, in Mandarin, bro.
I respect you and hate you at the same time.
Yeah, right. The translation, though, when the news translated it, they left out a couple of very's, like when he said very, 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 very sorry. They only put in 3, but he said it 5 times.
No kidding.
So another this is a piece in the news. Like I said, CNN's freaking great, man. It's great because it's full of nothing but hate. How angry could we make people? The other thing that this is a big one. Wait for this now. So crime has spiked in the U.S. We know this, right? Crime has spiked. But what CNN is reporting is gun crime has spiked. Gun crime has spiked, right? So there's an influx of gun crime. Dude, all violent crime is spiked, and most of it's in the blue states. And it's funny. I know some people who refuse to believe us that the police are being defunded, but people refuse to believe that. No, we're not. Nobody's defunding the police. I work with police in every freaking state. How many police do you work with in how many states? I mean, so there's an effort to try to refund the police in a lot of these blue states. There's like legislation underway. People are wanting to refund the police now.
Did you see the clip of the CNN reporter or whatever down at the Floyd, whatever? What is this guy?
Bro, the timing couldn't have been better. Where he was talking about, where he was saying, yes, and we're here. We are in George Floyd Square, where the debate is on about what's it called? What's defunding called? What do they call it? There's a term for it. It's not relooking, not out reallocating, not overhauling. What's the term that they use?
I can't remember.
But anyway, as soon as he says that
gunshots,
drive-by shooting, boom, 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 boom. I mean, bro, talk about like irony, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and timing. Wow, that was unfreaking believable. Reform, police reform. That's what it's called. So that's the liberal code for defunding the police. Reform, police reform. Yep. But open positions looking lower. Current salaries for Zach, Spring Lake has frozen open police positions and looking at lowering current salaries to their officers. Redistribute. Now it's not redistribution. I said it. It was whatever I said.
Police reform.
Police reform. Yep. That's the terminology that's used. But man, all the LEOs I know from all over the country, you know, come to courses of mine and such. They're like, nope, not doing it anymore. You know, half of us have retired, early retirement. Half of us aren't going back. Like, damn, man. I mean, the amount. Well, and why should you? If you're not respected and you're loathed in these parts of the country, shit, I wouldn't do it either, man. They have the most thankless job on the freaking planet, man. These guys work their asses off. Because I've been, I have had the privilege several times while active duty and after retirement of going on calls, you know, like after training with police. They're like, hey, tonight we got a high risk warrant. You want to come? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to come. Just don't put me as number one, man, because my ROE is different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, the shit that they have to put up with, oh my God, you know, but I've been, you know, driving in a lot of, you know, just drive arounds, whatever they're called, in big cities all over the country, high risk warrants all over the country, making call, you know, just courtesy calls. Shh, dude, man.
But is the training lacking?
Training's lacking. Oh hell yeah, training's lacking. Yeah.
So, like, for example, the lady who said taser, 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 and just shot the guy in the ribs.
Yep.
Point blank.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird one. I know she didn't intentionally do it, obviously.
Right. That was horrible. Yeah, that was horrible. And you know, that shit happens, right? Horrible shit happens. I mean, we see a fraction of it, and the only ones we see, of course, have to meet a political and media narrative. We're only seeing a fraction of them, so they have to meet the narrative, you know. But you know, in let's say 1 million calls, there's 20 bad incidences like that, you know. I mean, but right now everything is everything's filmed, everything is captured in some kind of media format. Everybody's watching. There's always a one eye in the sky, so we're going to see it all. But the only ones that the media is going to pick up and publicize are the ones that meet a narrative that cause friction within the society, cause division, you know, make them money. Otherwise, it's not worth their time. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, you know. So hey, for those of you new here on live, this is not only an opportunity to meet the other folks, the other 60, since there's 61, the other 60 who are watching, because you could chit chat with them. But if you have questions, chime in. And Rebecca's here with us too. She's got her ears on. She's reading the notes as well. So you could always hit her up with a question as well.
Someone had asked a question here just not too long back. David Richardson asked, let me put him up on screen. What's the closest?
Yep, got it. All right, so when did I just put oh shit, I filmed the basic dude stuff on that and I forgot to put it up. Damn. So the rule for steel, but I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit. So number one, your steel's got to be smooth and free of divots and pitting. And if it is 10 yards is the rule when it comes to steel, but it's got to be angled a little bit like this. So when the bullets hit it, ricochets go down. So that way, see, rifle, I mean, I've shot close with a rifle. I don't care. I mean, 20 yards, but a lot of people say within 50 with rifle. But
What would be the point?
The point of what?
Shooting steel that close.
With pistol
Yeah.
or with rifle?
Either one.
Uh,
Just to hear it?
Yeah, well, just for training value. I mean, it's a smaller target, so you wouldn't be shooting at 50 yards and making successive shots on steel with pistol. So you want it, between 10 and 20 for courses of fire. That's where my courses of fire, like the Grinder, Grid of Fire, Blaze X, all those things, are 10 to 20. 10 to 20.
But you're alternating between
Yep.
the paper targets and the steel.
Correct.
So what's the difference?
What? Sorry. So the difference is, with steel gives you instant feedback, right? So instant gratification.
Okay.
It's like you make it through the maze and you get that little treat.
I got you.
But you have to have both on the range, because steel could give you false sense of security, because you're hitting the thing this freaking big, and if you miss, you could make it up. So you have to print on paper to make sure that you can group, that you can score, so that you're keeping yourself accountable for every round that you fire. Yeah, it is very, very satisfying. The hitting steel. Yep. Cool. Kappa, and the cop is the perp, and the perp is the victim. Yep. Harvey Keitel. Yep. No doubt, bro. Let me read a couple of these. Shooting an apartment in North Indiana. Blah blah blah. right on. Awesome. Fresh humor. Yep. All right, so good. John and Rebecca are chatting up there. Yeah, paper targets don't lie. The thing is, people could shoot at steel and they're like, yay, I'm having fun. And when they miss, they make it up. So you get that gratification, even though you missed, but you're not holding yourself accountable.
Well, the reason why I brought that up is because the question was about how close. Mm-hmm. And I know that when I shot the steel targets with you, you were like, dude, watch out for stuff shooting back at you.
Yeah, we're gonna, no matter how good you're, like, I always shoot good quality steel, and it's not no divots and pits in it, but you're still going to get some kind of fragmentation back periodically, every once in a while. So as long as you got eyes on, you're good to go. You could take a little ricochet anywhere in your body, just not your eyeball.
So, I mean, in other words, is it gratifying if I shoot a steel target at 10 yards? Is that gratifying as shooting it from 50 yards? That's my point.
No, there's two different gratifications. 10, you're going for speed. 50, you're going for accuracy.
Right, but I mean, but the ping at 10 yards, you got to have a serious.
Ping at 50 is just as loud.
You have to have a serious lust for ping at 10 yards, as opposed to saying, no, I hit it right there. I can see it because of the paper target.
All right, Ricard, my recovery time after knee surgery was pretty much the same. Anybody else is going to tell you the same thing when you have knee reconstruction. So I had ACL reconstruction and meniscus repair, where they took the center of the patella tendon out to replace my ACL. So full year to 100%, 6 months back to where I was like operational, where I could like work out and operational, but full freaking year, man. That's a slow ass recovery. Slow. But thanks for that question. That's a good question that I like talking that shit too. It depends on you and how closely you abide to your physical therapy, your diet. And it's so funny, man. Even then when I had it in 97, it's like outpatient surgery. I mean, as soon as you get it, as soon as you wake up in the recovery room, they put me on a stationary bike. They say, start exercising. I'm like, bro, this thing hurts, man. And it's like swollen like a basketball. Are you freaking kidding me? But it's still like that, it's like outpatient surgery.
All right, Mac, here's a question from Anthony Gomez.
Anthony, where is it here?
I got up on screen if you can see it.
I'm on the other.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I see it. I see it. I put in my resignation at my job yesterday. Requiring me to get COVID tested every Sunday. And that cost my dime because I refused to get the jab. Shit. I don't know.
Well, to say that you have a case, I mean, you have a case if you don't want the vaccine, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I completely understand that line of reasoning, because what they're saying is we're going to make this really, really difficult for you by making you come in on your day off to get COVID tested because you won't get vaccinated. That's pressure. That's coercion.
It is coercion, man. It's freaking communist.
Yeah, I'd do the same thing, Anthony.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I mean, I'm no anti-vaxxer and stuff, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a bit. First off, I'm at no risk, man. I'm not 90. I'm not obese. So, right. And I've had it. I had COVID.
But to a vaxxer, there is no line of reasoning. There is none. Vaccine is another layer of potential. So you don't care about other people, Mac.
Yep. Yeah, right. I don't care yet. Oh, I got it, Gary. Yeah. So meniscus, easy, a lot easier. That recovery, a lot easier. Here I do. All right. Just reading some of this stuff here. Do you see Don's question? It must have been because your Throwback Thursday picture today says, how long did it take you to get your hair set up back in the day?
Me, not long.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like Rebecca just said to Anthony, it is your personal medical information. They have no right to tell you what you could do with your body. So, like Rebecca says, if somebody asks me, hey, are you vaxxed? She's going to ask them, do you have AIDS? That's nobody's freaking business, man. Yeah, I just broke my tibia. Ooh, Jesus, fibular femur, and tore my ACL, PCL, ooh, and MCL. 2 months post-op now, and your balance things you do really have helped me out. Right on. Good. Yeah, keep working that stuff, man. Just slow, and it's arduous, it's boring as shit, but do all that boring crap, Ricard. All that stuff, man. Because you want to make sure that everything is fit around that, because you jack some shit up there, man. Tib fib, tib fib femur. Jesus freaking paste, man. That's
I know it didn't hurt his hands because he typed the hell out of that.
Yeah. That's so funny. Patty just asked Rebecca if her boss is still giving her a hard time. Yeah, wait till you see her answer. It's so funny. Just like we said, he's malleable, and he's starting to piddle out. He's starting to wear out already. He's starting to be like, oh man.
Dude, I think that's kind of the way everybody's going to be. I think everybody's playing hardball now because it's politically convenient to do so. I think after a while, it's going to get a bit tiresome.
Yep. Same in the UK, claiming employers have a duty to provide a safe, i.e. vaxxed workplace. Jesus freaking paste, man.
Mac, where's your workplace? This is my workplace. Are you vaxxed in your workplace?
Yep. It's funny. I went, as I do several times a week, to the pub last night, night before, and for those of you who aren't here in the southeast of the U.S., not only are we in like a drought, but extreme heat, so mid 90s, and this is May. But I still can't help but to be outdoors all freaking day long, all day long. You know, even if I have admin, I'm going to knock it out here. But anything that I could do outside, any of my work, whether it's social reading, studying, whatever it is, I'm doing it outside. I can't. It kills me to be inside. And that goes through the winter too. We know it was 38 and rain. I would hang out in my garage with the freaking door open just so I could see outside and smell the air, even though I'm bundled up. I don't know how my kids do it because they're inside all day long. I'm like,
that breeze was nice today, wasn't it?
Yeah, the breeze was nice, and there's a possibility of some passing thunderstorms the next 2 days. So it's like lotto, though, you know. I'm hoping one parks over my house for like 10 minutes and just lets loose.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping everything green, bro. I'm keeping everything green.
That's because you watched the Keep the Blaze Alive Coaching Squad water video.
That's right. I'm keeping it green, and I'm collecting water.
Dude, it was so funny. I heard somebody ask in the comments when I posted the clips today, promo for that.
Yeah.
One guy said, "Do you use the big 35-gallon drums?" Another guy's like, "Tell me what you use for your raised beds and all this." And I'm like, one guy goes, "Show more content like this, more content like this."
Oh,
like,
with the promo you posted.
You're the promo. I'm like, all of you some bitches, just join the squad.
Right. Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
It's in the notes.
It's in the notes. God forbid.
The clip you posted today on University about that Throwback Thursday, where I'm talking about, I'm going to post that tomorrow on mine as a Flashback Friday.
Cool.
Because I got a bunch of notes from guys saying, man, that hard work sucks and not everybody's cut out for it. Really freaking resonated with me, and it got me off my ass. But I got a series of notes like that.
Oh, right on.
So, and then I'll repost that promo too, because that's cool as shit, man. That's good.
I love doing those, man.
Yep. I just didn't want to flood my feed.
No, I know how you are about that, man. I believe me, I
like
do.
one a day, something like that. So I could post stuff this weekend too. But because I have an obligation to post the workout stuff. Dude, that is an absolute 100% obligation. That is a duty of mine. And I don't know if you read my notes today about that workout, but I think I started by saying in the morning, everything hurts.
Right. Yeah.
And especially lately, I don't know what it is, but like my hips, my knees, and my shoulders, just ache in the morning, and I'm kind of waddling around for an hour, but once I get it moved, I feel after a workout, motion is lotion, bro. Motion is freaking lotion. Right. Gretchen just came up. Open the door. What's up, little boo-boo? Yep, here comes Big Dummy. Big Dummy was chasing a snake out in the backyard. It was funny. Black racer. She'll never catch it, but don't step on this stuff. Hey, girls, I'm doing my live right now. They're like, yep. Dad just said, want. Girls. What's up, buddy? I don't know why you can't come up on my lap. No. 70s BS. It's still a work in progress, Big Josh. I'm still thinking it over. I looked up some of the stuff, some of the vintage stuff to like purchase, and some of it is outrageous, but I want that stuff. Once I assemble some, we will definitely post that crap up. Let me see. CJ and Pat videos, podcasts have kept me energized through these crisp Scottish spring days. Currently managing L2. L2, L3 slip disc. Thanks for the motivation. Right on, Don. Shit. Yeah. Right on. Good for you.
Dude, it's weird that we can get away with so few podcasts per year, because I'll get people hit me up and say, hey, we recommend so-and-so to be interviewed on your podcast. And I say, we really only do 5 or 6 in a year. So it's very, very selective, and we're getting away from interviews and going into another format, blah, blah, blah. But what I hear from people is, hey, man, I just went back and listened to all of them all over again. So,
Oh, good.
so there's a shelf life to them, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I like the idea you threw at me today too. So
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
we'll keep that on under wraps. But yep, perfect. Because like you said, man, it's not cut and paste. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm all about that shit. Yeah, right on, Tim. Tim said that's me, man. Outside all day and evening until sleep. Yep. Like even after this, even after I do this live, I'm going right into the backyard and finish watering because, dude, man, it is the struggle is real here. I got a lot of stuff to keep live. Plus, um, I kind of have a duty to keep my front yard manicured because, people know me as the basic dude stuff guy and they know where I live and there's drive-bys and crap like that. So, I have that image to maintain, even though it's been tough. So one more really, really hot day tomorrow. And then we go back to normal May temperatures.
Good.
Apparently. Even Sunday, it's supposed to be like a high of 70. I'm like, what?
No, what is up, man?
Yeah, yep. So this shit's hot as balls. But anyway, Daniel, what are your tips on avoiding heat exhaustion? Hydration and rest. I think you mean when I'm out working out in this crap. Yeah, hydration. And all you got to do is listen to your body. So I tell guys like on the range, I say, as soon as you feel queasy, seek shade, face out, take a knee, drink water. Some old military shit. And, but you got to hit it before it happens because you have to recognize the signs. And if you ignore them, you hit a point of no return. And that's when you flatline and you just fall on your freaking face. And then nobody's coming to save you because you were a dumbass because you ignored the signs. But like that, like the dizziness thing, that's first thing, lightheadedness. But like back to what I was saying about obligation. So even on days like today and, feeling really poopy, my joints and everything, I knew I had an obligation to put up I've come up with a couple new movements. I said, I need to show these to the people who follow me for the CST, for the minimalist workout, because it means a lot to these folks. I see it in their messaging. I mean, it's not, not all of my audience, but thousands of them, thousands. So, so I appreciate them because they're keeping me freaking motivated, man. Making me get out there and do this shit in the blazing freaking heat, 2 in the afternoon.
If I stuff thousands of people in your living room, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit.
People always say, my post only went to 200 people. If I put 200 people in your bedroom, that's a lot of people. Keep posting.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yep. 40 degrees in Michigan tonight. Wow. Yeah, I do, Patty. They're not that bad, but there's people who drive by real slow and point
at my flowers.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping they're pointing at. Look at how nice my wildflowers are. Those look good in that water video, huh?
Mm-hmm.
My wildflowers at the beginning.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. I'm keeping that pretty well manicured. There's new stuff coming up right now, like I've mentioned in that water post. The cool thing about the wildflower garden is different shit blooms at different times of the summer. So like zinnias are starting to spring right now, and those are gorgeous because they're big and they're floofy and they're colorful and they're hardy.
What is floofy?
They're very floofy. They're floofy.
That's like fluffy, but like for flowers.
Yeah, it's a word I got from Rebecca. It's a made up Rebecca word that I love. Floofy. Yep. So I'm using it. I borrowed it and I'm stealing it. And
hey, we went to the lake this past weekend, dude. I mean, the reservoir this past weekend.
Yep. Bro, that was freaking awesome, wasn't it?
Dude, I have a video here. I have my video that we technically haven't really shown yet for anybody who's not seen you go into the deep.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
whenever you want to show that, we can show that.
Yeah, good. Hold on. Heat exhaustion is no joke. Got it twice in my football days. I ignored the signs because, didn't want to be a pansy. Yep. Yeah, show that. Show that. Show that.
Well, let's tell them what. There might be
Right.
some people who still don't know what we did.
So, so this last weekend, Saturday, CJ, Joe, John, and I filmed vlog number 3.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to do was take CJ fishing. So a lot of it was, and you know what's funny, because Joe was like, "Hey, you need to talk more, bro." There's a lot of dialogue in there. There's enough,
Well, he didn't realize
because-
it till later because he didn't
Right.
have the feed coming through his camera.
Yeah,
So he thought we weren't talking.
Right. Yep. Well, the thing is too, I mean, even stuff like talking about the clinch knot and showing you how to rig that worm, the Texas rig style, and then like getting out your bird's nest. There, a lot of fishermen are going to be able to relate to that.
Yeah.
Like fishermen, when I put it in my mouth and slowly stretched it out, they're like, "Oh man, that is the technique right there."
You've been frozen here, man.
Yeah, I saw it. I see it. But am I still coming in audio?
Yeah, the audio's fine. Yeah.
All right. All right.
I swear.
Hitting your feeders. Symphony of Bloom. Nice. Willpower. I love it. Symphony of Bloom. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull in your driveway, meet you. No. Nope. Just says where hick. No, nobody's done that yet. I had the one, a couple people park at the end of the drive, but don't come up the laneway. Park at the end of the laneway. Oops, I started it. Shouldn't have started that up. But so CJ and I went out to my reservoir here close by my place, and we filmed episode 3 of the vlog. But it started right at Ace Hardware, where we got CJ a fishing license, man.
Mine was legal, bro.
Yep. But went from, so these are open face reels too with bail. So we talked about that and casting, and CJ got good toward the end. We had a lot of splashes right in front of him, right into the water. But that shit happens, man.
Things didn't get good till you turn the boat around, and so I was able to cast from the side and not feel like I was good. Then things got good, and then we had to call it a day. I was like,
right. Yep. But there was a couple points where, like, CJ had hits, but didn't know it, so he didn't set the hook. But next time we go, we'll go without cameras. And
try to focus.
I am planning on going tomorrow night. So this time right now, right around this time, I'll probably go at like 6 and stay till 8.
Yeah.
And just smash them, man.
Because the guy Ace said, "Dude, do you want a full year license, or do you want to be gay and do the 6 days?"
Yeah, no. Full year, bro.
Full year.
Yep.
But anyway, we have a video of.
Yes, please. Let's show that.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on, baby. I hope this holds up. Because that's at least 5. Damn it, man. He's under a log or something. I'm going to have to jump in. Got all my shit. My wall. Phone. Knife. Keys. Let me see how deep this is. So I know what I'm jumping into. It's not above my head. I'm going in. There you are. Oh, yeah, baby. Holy shit.
How about that?
Whew. That's about a 5. A little bit more, maybe. The hard, here, you got to grab this. take this out. Oh, man. I might need the forceps in the tackle box.
Okay.
So top shelf, just flip that open. Yep.
Doctor?
Lawyer. I don't want this guy out of the water for very long. Help if I have my glasses on. There we go. Cool. Yeah, bro, that's a lot of fish right there.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Cool. Sending them back. Boom. The hard part is getting back into this boat. I've done this before and it sucks getting in. It's freaking tough getting in. Oh, little cramp. All right, let's make sure that I have everything off. Yeah, I did. All right, good. All right. That was worth every bit of our fishing extravaganza. On the way back, though, we got to cast a couple more times because CJ, you need to freaking catch something, bro.
Dude, that was worth it right there.
Yeah, man.
That was episode 3 right there, bro.
That was a 5.
That was really nice.
Yep.
You gotta get you mic'd up again once.
Yep. Once my cramp goes away.
Yeah.
A little bit.
On top of it.
It's so funny. Joe's worried about the content. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, great. You took that mic off. I appreciate it. Not getting my mic wet, but
Put it back
let's
on.
get your mic back up. Let's get that mic back up. Yeah.
That's my son on the other
But,
boat, if anybody doesn't know.
Ash, they're good eating, but no, we're not gonna. Yep. Yeah. So Ash is asking Rebecca, the biggest bass I've ever seen was at the end of Rebecca's line. The biggest one I recall was like a 7-ish. Rebecca's caught an 8 and a 9.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, man, monsters, like dwarf that thing. So almost twice the size of that one that I just pulled out of the water.
No
Imagine
kidding.
that. Yep. Yeah, you could eat bass, but I just want to catch them. I don't want to damage them. We talked about that, in the vid. We don't want to damage I think we talked about that with the first one that I caught.
Yeah.
The importance of not damaging their mouths, letting them go back, not keeping them out of the water too. Yeah, and everybody's asked that.
Everybody's up the gators, dude. It's a reservoir in North Carolina.
There's
There was no great whites either.
Yep. Everybody's like, what water moccasins? You're the biggest thing in the water. Gators aren't going to fuck with you.
Mhm.
It's not Crocs. I'm not in Australia, Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not worried about the creepy crawlies and stuff like that in a swamp in North Carolina. I am bigger and nothing's going to mess with me unless you provoke them. You got to be provocative in order for Mother Nature to fuck you up. You got to step on shit. I mean, I was more worried about a snapping turtle.
Yeah, right.
Nobody said anything about snapping turtles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Which is the more likely scenario because, dude, they're freaking big. There's 80 pounders in those
Oh,
lakes. But that was fun because we talked. You know what was cool? It would have been great to get on when we were driving back. And I said, bro, check it out. Green heron. It would have been good to have that on film.
Yeah.
As part of the, because that was nice because, it's not something that you see a lot. Like blue herons are very common. Everybody's, oh yeah, blue heron, pterodactyl, but green herons are really freaking beautiful birds and you don't see them as much. Number one, they're smaller, so they don't, their profile's a lot less. Their signature. And they don't cruise the same way as a blue heron does. So a lot of good bird life out there at the res. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gators and the gator. I've been in Everglades and I've checked out. Those gators get pretty big there, and there's lots of them.
No, Mac wouldn't be taking me out to.
Right, gator infested water.
Yeah.
No.
Or piranhas.
Yeah, Patty. I'll answer for CJ on that one. He is. You're Joe. He's a video.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he's a beast, dude.
Videographer. Man, he could put some shit together.
Dude, I mean, it's to watch him, you two interact.
Yep.
I'm just like, dude, this is the best thing ever. Just two pros, you know what I mean? Just talking about the project.
Yep. Yep. And the thing is too with Joe, because he's not going to tell me to shut up. I know when to shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I just like when there's discussion, I'm going because I could see his gears turning. I'm like, I'm keeping quiet.
How easy is he to work with, dude?
Yeah, man. Well, the thing, and because I've worked with camera guys who are a lot more demanding. You know, do this, do that. It's like, bro, no, I don't need to freaking put a fancy cap on and spin a freaking propeller. I'm gonna make this shit look good. I swear to God. Just let it happen. I don't need to, flex or do something out of character, out of the norm. So Joe's already picking up my personality.
Oh yeah.
He and I will be able to do a lot of good shit with very little direction because I don't want to be directed and he doesn't want to direct.
Yeah, he's just there to capture. He's there to capture you, man.
Yep. And I'm just, waiting. I just get, I know that with a guy like that, just give him room.
Yep.
Give him room. Yep. And his suggestions are minute, but they're short, clear, and concise. And that's what I like. Because I told him, when we filmed the first one, I said, bro, just trust me, man. I don't need to memorize anything. I don't need a script. Just turn that shit on and let it roll.
Right.
I'm not gonna, because I know you have the power to edit, man. So I'm not gonna be afraid of slipping up. I'm not gonna be afraid of going, oh, that's not what I meant to say, or ooh, I said that wrong. I'm not gonna be afraid to say that.
Yeah. Speaking of editing, my oldest son, Aaron, is the one who edits and does all the University of Badassery stuff. So it's definitely
cool. Right on. Yeah.
Family enterprise.
What's the gross level for that water? It's funny, Don, that you asked that, because people were like, "Oh, freaking, there's shit up in there, bacteria that could swim in up your freaking wiener hole." And dude, I've been in some nasty shit around the freaking world. I mean, I remember fording this. It was nastiness in Thailand. It was very, very swampy, very stagnant. Very green. No idea if there was a cesspool around. Damn it, I'm getting all this feedback. So apparently CJ left. And I remember seeing leeches in there swimming at me that were at least a half a foot long. And they were the grossest thing ever. And we were covered with leeches because a team of us had to go through this up to like nipple level. So it was kind of like First Blood Part 2, where the Russians scraping the freaking leeches off of them. But it was kind of like that. But yeah, I've been in some nastiness. Sorry, I'm reading notes and I'm listening to myself talk now because whenever CJ leaves, I get this feedback and it's pretty annoying. Andrew, what I use for lures, I talk about it in that vlog. I have a go-to lure I use all year round. I rarely deviate from it, even though I have a massive tackle box with everything. I've got crankbait, I've got floating bait, I've got sinkers, I've got, of course, Rapalas and all that crap. But I use watermelon seed trickworm, Texas rig. Winter low and slow, summer high and fast. Use the same freaking lure all year long with spinning, not with fly rod. Fly rod, whole different thing. Let me get back to some notes here. That was nice, John McRae. Bird feather on the ground. Right on. Good. get back. I want to see what this conversation is. Oh, cool, Rebecca. I didn't know that with the green hair and thing. Huh. Well, I will have to do the same now. That's cool. That's something I didn't know. Let me check this because my texts are going off like crazy. What? Oh shit! Yeah. Damn it! All right. Yep. I'm having my driveway extended this weekend. That's this weekend.
I guess towards the
that.
back.
Yes, toward the shed. A little bit more room for driveway gym.
Cool.
Yep. Stand by, Kenneth Mack. How often per day do you water your garden when it's brand new, dry or hot? So I do a touch test, where I dig down a little bit. I'm careful not to overwater. I want it to drain and kind of dry out a little bit. Now, if you watch the water video that I put up on the Patreon site last week with those grass clippings, I covered the surface of the beds around the plants. So that really keeps in the water a lot. So right now, not how many times a day, it's basically once a day in even this extreme heat, once a day. And because I want the earth, moist, but not sopping wet. And then I don't want it to dry out so that the plants shrivel. So I kind of carefully monitor. Right on, Rebecca. Yeah, they were just out there measuring. Sam was saying that they were calling for me, but I don't think they need me. Are they still out there? Yeah, I don't think they need me, but because they didn't text me or anything. But the garden's doing pretty well. I saw another note up here. Plastic spinners, anything else? Using for lures. Yeah, Anthony, leeches get freaking big and they're gross. Yep. Extending your driveway. Basic dude stuff. I will be helping him tomorrow too. Excavate earth. I'll be moving loads of earth in my wheelbarrow. Yes, Gary. So good point with that. With the grass clippings and mold. So I monitor the grass clippings and I change them out. So I'll change them out about once every week and a half, because they will get moldy. Yep. So good point. And I should have brought that up during that video, but I didn't. So I guess I could have wrote it in the notes, but who reads the notes? Nobody. Well, squad members probably read the notes.
Yeah, they know better.
Yeah. But it's a double-edged sword, right, Gary? Because the grass clippings do a great job of keeping the moisture in. But then again, they are prone to getting mold underneath. So between the surface of the dirt of the earth itself and the grass. So next, starting Sunday and Monday, the weather is going to get better again. I'm going to pull all those grass clippings back out. I did that because of this heat wave, strictly because of that. And man, it freaking works great. But I'll pull them all out, and next heat wave that comes, I'll mow again, and I'll put more down for a few days or for a week, whatever it takes. Yeah, they've been doing that, Patty, for a while, using leeches as medical treatment. Yep. I must go do my evening. Good for you, Tim. Next Zoom is this coming up Sunday. We might be out late Saturday night if the Hurricanes win. Might have to go up and watch the Hurricanes. Coffee grind goes straight into compost pile. Yep. Where did Pete chime in? Coffee grinds are great for compost. Yeah. Yep. Willpower. See, I've missed that one. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. We talked about it here on the squad too. Papillon with Steve McQueen. Devil's Island. Megadeth's got a song, Devil's Island, from their second album. I think it's second album. Early shit. But one of the things I was talking about was that remake. There's a remake that was done maybe 2018. Awesome remake. There's a lot of times when I don't want a certain movie remade because it's perfect in its format. Like Rooster Cogburn, for example. Nope. I don't want that shit remade.
Like Papillon, for example.
Well, yeah. Well, Papillon, the remake.
Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman?
I know, bro. I know. Yep. But the remake was awesome. It was awesome. Yep. Really good. The actor, oh man, talk about transformation, in the prison cell, going to, grotesque, the skin, because the actor who played Papillon was already pretty thin. I mean, he went to like concentration camp thin.
Who was it that played Papillon?
I forget his name. He's done a few roles, but he was really good in this role. Yep.
Was it Charlie Hunman?
I don't know. Let me look it up here. Somebody will look it up. Ricard, absolutely, I have, bro. Not the Aussie SF, but the 22nd. So, and awesome freaking guys. I have a lot of friends over there still. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a story. One of my biggest mentors in the military during my military career. So all 22, one of my biggest mentors was an Australian SAS guy by the name of Greg Jack. He's very well known because he was the RSM of the Aussie SAS for a while. But in 1987, I was recruited. This is while I was in first group. So it was a, vanilla special forces. And I was recruited to be a member of the Halo team that demonstrated military free fall in the Reno Air Show in 1987. And we would always host, and we still do, the U.S. military hosts, British special ops, Aussie special ops, all Italian, all of it. And they would come over for, sometime it's like 2 years. So I'm talking, they're bringing their families with them and stuff like that. But Greg Jack was in first group with me, and just a freaking awesome guy, because they, when they send guys to do an exchange like that, they send their top shelf dudes. And Greg and I got along very, very well. But before he went to first group, he worked with SEAL Team 6, he worked with the Rangers, and he worked with Delta. And he and I were bunking together during the Reno Air Show. We were roomies, and he had a long talk with me one night about career shit. He goes, hey, you're fast tracking in the military, you're Halo, you're Scuba, you got 2 SF MOSs, you're only 4 years old. You need to think about the next steps, where you're going from here. He says, I've worked with everybody, your top SWAT guys. I've worked with your top military guys. And let me tell you, there's a lot of fucking cowboys out there. He didn't sugarcoat a thing, man. He said, but the Rangers, they have their shit together, and Delta, they have their shit together. He says, you need to get over there at some point. That has to be a goal. That has to be part of your career progression in the military. So, I mean, it's funny because one of my, biggest mentors during my career in the U.S. military wasn't from the U.S. military. But every once in a while we still make comms. And when I was a team leader in Delta, I had Aussie on my team for 3 months, Cole Busby, and he was a great freaking dude, man. Oh, we had a great time. Yep. So the answer is yes. I've worked with a lot of really good units out there from different parts of the world. And here's the thing, man, too. Guys ask me, well, who's the best? Blah, blah, blah. You can't really, of course, pride and bias is going to steer you one way. But the thing is, we're all from the same cut of cloth. So we all have the same goals. We're all freaking type A's. We all learn at a high rate of speed. They're the same freaking dudes, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in Australia, I don't care where it is. It's the same freaking, we're all cut from the same cloth. So it's pretty cool. And then the other thing that's neat too is tactics are tactics, right? So military tactics are military tactics. So you could, if it's a special ops guys, it doesn't matter where he is. Well, it does, if they're one of the big, I'll be careful there. If they're one of the allies, tactics are they mirror one another, so it's easy to get along and just to fall into the mix with guys, because military tactics are military tactics, bro. It doesn't change much. So cool, thanks for that. Yeah, he said, damn, I was a 1-year-old. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let me just catch up on some notes here, guys. I'm not blowing you off. That was just yes, even the Canadians are badass. That's right, Rebecca said. Yep. They are, man. I've worked with JTF guys, and they're freaking very cool. Yep. It's funny. I'm going way up. Patty. Oh, there it is. Salvador said Remy Malek is the guy who played.
He didn't play Papillon. I was right. Charlie Hunman is the one who played Papillon.
Charlie Hunman. Got it. Yep. But it's a great remake. Yep, great freaking remake. Charlie Hunman. Right. Charlie Hunman. I don't know what else he's played in.
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, right. Yeah. Dude, he freaking kicked ass in that role, man.
It's a good actor, man.
Yep, he kicked freaking ass, bro. That was a fun remake. I just think the dialogue and everything was better, and it's new video, filming, editing, and all that crap. So it's I love me some Steve McQueen, because like The Great Escape is one of my all-time favorites. It's corny as shit, but it's a great freaking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, great. Yep. Let me see. Walter. Nope, Pete, I haven't got experience with any Walters. Nope, none. He's the only really good guy, gentleman. He was. Oh, so he was in The Gentleman? Huh. That's a good freaking movie, man. The Gentleman. Holy shit, man. That's freaking funny as hell. I mean, funny in parts. Yep. We need him in Las Vegas. I'm not sure who that is.
I think he's referring to you. The old Papillon was, we know that, Patty. Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. We were talking about it about half an hour ago. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's a fun, yeah. DiCaprio in The Great Escape and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, right. That was an interesting film. I love that movie, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pretty cool. I will need to see that one again. A lot went on there, and I like character movies like that, when they're when they revolve around characters, and those are great character actors, like DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. He's always great character, because he's not typecast. Typecast. Yep. Yeah, Heat with the arrow. That was badass, man. Yep. And yeah, well, it's funny because Steve McQueen was he was a flat track racer, flat track, I believe. So he was a real daredevil, man. He was real, man's man back when Hollywood had like real men playing roles.
Oh my God.
Dudes who could fight and were, athletes.
And Steve McQueen was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He was at the pool party, remember? No, not the actual Steve McQueen, but somebody playing Steve McQueen.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Don, that's one of Rebecca's favorite directors, Quentin Tarantino. The Hunter, I did not see that one, Salvador. Huh. Interesting. Was it good? Has anybody else ever seen it?
I haven't.
No, I never even heard of it. Baby, please tell them about teaching LECQB. About teaching LECQB. Rebecca, give me prompt me on a specific anecdote, because this could be a good one.
Well, that was the reference that they were making about Las Vegas. Is you teaching LE's CQB?
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. There are hard and fast rules when it comes to CQB. I remember one time the Raleigh Police Department asked me, "Hey, we're running CQB here in Range 37. Can you come check us out and kind of critique? We don't want you to train us, but kind of critique." I said, "Absolutely, yeah." But after I watched them, I said, "Hey, I need to hang out for the next 2 days. I need to teach you guys some shit. We have no contract. This is my time. We need to do this, because now you have to be careful, because you can't call the baby ugly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there are hard and fast rules, and because they work, they're tried and tested, true and tested. They're tried and tested. Damn, man. I mean, I was just blown away by some of the TTP's tactics, techniques, and procedures that they were using. It's like, guys, this may work in a simunition house, but this is not going to work on a two-way freaking shooting range. Ooh, oh my God. Talk about frustration, the level of frustration. One of my favorite CQB training events was in New Jersey. So I'm training a bunch of New Jersey cops, and they have basically no range. And what they have is the old New York Giants football stadium. I guess one was being tore down and a new one was being built, something like this. Detroit shit. Rebecca. I think I've told that one on the squad. So I've worked with cops all over the country in places like Detroit, in Hoboken, in New Orleans. And if you haven't been to the dark parts of those towns, you haven't seen dingy America, right? You're missing a lot. And it's a good thing that we don't, those places like that aren't in the news. They're just filled with what I coined to be negative people who really don't exist. They're not on anybody's radar. They don't have social security numbers. They don't have identification. They just exist, and they're everywhere. It's like The Walking Dead, but they're really not zombies. They're alive. They're alive, and they're beating each other up, and somehow they're getting money, and they're shooting crap into their arms. And So the cops would love it when we come to their towns, big towns, and do building training, because we would give them, they would give us carte blanche. You do whatever you want. We have this building here. We have this building. It is condemned. It's gutted, and we stuffed it full of targets, steel freaking bullet traps, and you could go crazy, because they would give us carte blanche, and we would give them training. You know, breaching training, burn, freaking helos, all this shit. So we were in Detroit, and there's this building that used to be an apartment complex, and it is massive. It's like 2 blocks long and 8 floors high. So you imagine the size of this building?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
Yep.
So it's been condemned, and it was used as a crack house. Massive crack and just freaking debauchery and whores and prostitution and just every flavor of freaking drug imaginable. So the cops went in there and they cleared it all out. They kicked all the vagabonds out and all the druggies and all the negative people. And they in the process. And this is a place that's so, like, the hallways, they had woven chairs and stuff together to make blockades, so that way you couldn't run down the hallways. And the cops said, hey, we did a pretty good job clearing this. Just stay on the 4th, 5th, and 6th floors, if you would, because we got a briefing, because we're fixing to fly into this with little birds, land on the top, descend over the edge, blow the freaking windows, go in and clear the 6th, 5th, and 4th floors. And they're looking at us and they say, yeah, when we cleared it, we found 2 dead bodies. Hey, now while you guys, this is a cop saying, this is so funny. He goes, hey, so while you guys are and we're shooting frangible, right? But a frangible round will kill you at paper targets with bullet traps. And the cops go, hey, so it's pretty clear. We don't think there's any live human beings in there. If it so happens that, you know, you run into somebody and accidentally shoot them, just do us a favor, light their body on fire and throw them down an elevator shaft.
Oh my God.
Now, it was in jest, but then again, it really wasn't.
Right.
I mean, those, you know, when you use a term like shithole, there are places in this country that I think should just be, you know, glassed over or just made into it. Yeah, just made into a huge freaking garden or something like that.
Right.
Or just start all over. I don't know what you do with all the negative people, because they're everywhere. Flint, yeah. Grew up in Flint. Let me see. Yeah, there are places. Yep, Detroit has parts that looked like Beirut. Yep, and I tell you what, if you were to tell people about it, they would say, hell, that's not true. Yep. Yep, they will say that. They will disagree with you. Like I said, they stole it. All right. Long barrel. Willpower. Long barrel. I mean, I'm not sure what you're considering long barrel. 16-inch gun I have. Yep. If that's what you're considering long barrel. But yep. 14.5. So really not.
Your musket.
Yeah. I haven't used a musket in any CQB. That'll be a tough one. All right, let me see here. Yeah. I got stories like that from all over the, oh man. Yeah. A lot of them slipped my mind. So I'm glad Rebecca was on here, you know, because I've got stories like that I forget about. And every once in a while people say, hey, tell us about that story where, and I'm like, which one? I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great freaking story. So thanks for that one, Rebecca. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out on the res. and fishing again tomorrow night. And then next week, when it cools down a little bit more, I'm wanting to get Rebecca back out there because she makes a great fishing partner. We don't say a fucking thing, man. We'll be on the water for an hour and a half and not a word, unless it's great. Yeah,
That
it's
wouldn't
freaking
happen
great.
with me.
Yep.
I'm like, bruh, what was that?
I mean,
What's that
dude,
sound, bro?
yeah, what's that? Was that a bird? No, it's a frog.
They're a completely different sound. Like a half hour later, like,
Yep.
but what's that? You go, it's still frogs.
Yep.
Well, how many
Different
frogs?
kind of frog.
How many frogs they got out here, dude? They got all kinds of frogs, bro.
Yep. Well, the first one we had that, and the next ones we had that.
Joe said, you know what was funny, Dad? I said, what? He goes, because he was talking about how there was a lot of dialogue between us because he didn't hear it on his camera. So he's going back to, he said, it's when when you got one of the bird's nests in the line.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, Matt goes, all right, let me unfuck this. And
Yeah.
and then he's messing with, he's got like one end in his leg, the other end in his mouth, the other end in his hand. He goes, Dad, and it's just quiet for a second. And then you go, dude, that fucking looks worse than.
Yep.
You're like, no, it's not worse. I got this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, it looks. No, it's not. It's not worse. I'm making it better. Trust me. I'm a pro. Hey, can you believe I got that thing out?
You did, man.
Yeah, 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 dude. I have unfucked some bird's nests like that. So anybody here who's a fisherman, they're gonna know what that bird's nest is, because that's what it looks like when you get that big gaggle fuck of line. You know.
Oh my gosh, man. There's some funny moments. You don't realize they're funny moments, but till later.
Right.
But
Yep. Yeah, Rebecca and I, man, when we first started dating, I was so happy because she wanted to go fishing with me. And, we'd be out in the water for 2 hours and just very little, not a lot had to be said. Very, very little dialogue. It was cool. Just enjoying the nighttime, or the dusk and the sounds, because everything comes to life right around, right before dark. Stuff comes to life. A lot more activity.
Well, those people across the reservoir were.
Oh yeah, that too, right? Yeah. Yep.
That sounded like a freaking. They were like sacrificing goats or something over there, man.
Yep. Rebecca said, if you fill the air with words to make you feel more comfortable, it's not a good sign in a relationship. So right you are, my bride. So right you are. Is it your fire? Yeah, kind of crazy stories. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Just reading some notes here. That's all, guys. I haven't gone anywhere, but I am sipping on a little vino. It's been a minute since I've had vino, so I figured, what the hell? I'm going to do a little vino because vino is a kino. Last Basic Dude stuff went well. People love the Uncle Rico reference. I figured I'd inject a little humor into it. And, people wanted to see the spiral, but they didn't want to see if anything was holding me up in the water when I was swimming.
Yeah.
I commented to a couple of those guys, yeah, I doubt you through a spiral. I was like, oh, very well there, peaked in high school. I guess one, douchebag comment deserves another. So CJ and Pat Mac, favorite vehicle and why? No idea. Vehicle as in motorized vehicle, as in two-wheeled, and four, and aircraft, in ATV.
I imagine you're talking about
vehicle.
like car, truck kind of thing.
Well, I wouldn't just assume that, because vehicle could mean Batmobile.
Because that's my favorite.
Favorite. And I wouldn't be able to answer that one because I think I'd have like a couple different answers. One for like favorite vehicle in the past was the Geländewagens that I rode in East Germany. Those were so awesome. Had a love affair with those because they saved my life a few times. My favorite, one of my favorite cars I ever owned was a 63 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I drove that sucker from Monterey to Fort Lewis several times. See? His answer was yes, car, truck, SUV, bug out. So there's 4 more possibilities.
Right, but definitely not F-16s is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I've got my favorite vehicles right now. I've got my my truck, my Tundra. I love that thing. I love my fast everyday car, my XSE Corolla. It's got a lot of power.
That thing is fast.
Very, very.
Dude.
Yep, it's very zippy. It handles superbly, and I've got my my solar flare my resistant car, my 1965 Pontiac GTO. So I think I own my favorite vehicles. Yeah. Favorite vehicles are the ones that I have right now. Right now. Yep. But like, I'm a muscle car fan, so man, I have the Tundra is a very neat truck. It feels like it's like driving a car. Let me see, Mac. Would you work and play for grass cup? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely, Kenneth. But just as we were talking too, you don't want to leave that stuff down too long. Like I have the grass clippings on during this heat wave. I'm going to peel them off when the weather gets better again because there's a tendency for that stuff to get moldy on the surface of the earth where it touches the earth. I probably won't be driving a Prius. Our Mac's favorite aircraft to throw himself out of was a C-123. 72 Chevelle. That's an odd choice because you didn't pick 70. You picked the lesser of the cool years of Chevelle. I'm just saying. Because like 70, even like 68, 69 were really badass. Those super sports because they had the 396 in them. The 70 had the 454. Oh my gosh. The heavy Chevy. But yeah. Not a wrong choice, just an odd choice, I guess, when it comes to the muscle cars. Try the newspapers. Oh, right on, Gary. Right on. Yeah, sure. We don't have a lot of newspapers here though, so not too many of those in circulation anymore, but yep. Very well. Round taillights. Gotcha. Yeah, I love cars, man. Picked up James's car today. It's across the street in my neighbor's driveway. Yep. It's a 2012 Honda Civic.
It's a 72 Chevelle.
That'd be cool. Let's see. This is going to be your car in 10 years. Yeah. So I think I already have 2 things listed for basic dude stuff for next week. I forget what one of them is, but one of them is telling a timely dad joke. So, I think that's going to be basic dude stuff.
That's great.
Yep. It's going to be corny as shit too, corny, like next level corny, because that's how dad jokes are. Next level.
Oh,
corny.
yeah.
Next level corny. That shit is fun, man. It's very, very, very fun. Yep. I'll be fired up this weekend. It's straight headers out the back. Sounds badass. What's wait a second.
You piqued his interest.
Oh, his boat. Ooh, cool. Right on. Yeah, Gary Smith has a 454 in his boat. And then his next comment said,
in his boat.
Yeah, I'll be firing it up this weekend. It's straight headers out the back. Holy
Damn.
shit. Yeah, post a picture of that on the squad Facebook page.
Yeah,
bro.
no
I want
doubt.
to see that. Yeah, just a quick film of you firing it up. Oh my God. 454 straight headers. Oh, people love you. Did you train USMC personnel in your courses? Absolutely. I have, Salvador. I've trained, I forget who they were. They were out of DC. There's a lot of different small units in DC, but I trained them twice, and I trained the MARSOC guys out of San Diego once. Their work ethic was so badass, man. It's so nice training meat eaters, when most of who you train is civilians, and then you go back to training carnivores, and they're freaking awesome, man. Yep, awesome. Yeah, backing up a trailer, it's counterintuitive. We talked about that last week. I said I got to get backing up a trailer because it's counterintuitive. So are you just repeating what I said? Or maybe he didn't even hear that last week but we talked about that last week on. Oh no, I talked about that to you.
You talked about at the shoot.
At the reservoir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I says, I got to do backing up a trailer because it is counterintuitive.
That was the other funny part, is you talking about the girls that were taking so much time with the.
Oh yeah, I
paddle
wonder if
boards.
that's on. Yeah, I wonder if that's on. Was that on any film?
Oh yeah, we got it from 2 cameras.
Yeah, I mean, could you believe that though? I mean,
Dude, you were like, these are not aircraft carriers.
right. Yeah. They had paddle boards and they would not get out of the way. Here I am with reverse lights on, a boat on the boat ramp. And they just stood there and looked at me like I had a dick growing out of my forehead.
It was
like
so
they were
funny.
entitled and I was a piece of shit. And I'm going, it got to a point where it was comical, where it was like,
It was, man.
now you're doing it. Cause I'm not saying anything. I'm not beeping. I'm not saying, hurry up. I just sat there and waited my turn. And what did I tell you? I said, it's going to be faster for me to unload this boat, hook up the engine and everything, and pull away than those 2 chicks and their paddle boards.
Yeah.
Taking up the entire freaking loading, the boat ramp.
Mm-hmm.
That was not courteous. It was not kind. And it was borderline rude. And it's very today young people demeanor behavior, behavior of youngsters today.
It's going in episode 3 because it's going to make great TV, bro.
Good. Yeah. Yep.
So I'm sitting next to you. Look, you're going off, and I'm
Right.
I'm just laughing.
Yep.
That was dead serious, man.
Well, I mean, because it got to that point where.
Because I don't know. I'm just like.
Because what did I say? It was.
You were like, this is not what I wanted to happen. Right. I was trying to avoid this.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, not courteous.
Not courteous.
That's what I was talking about. I was talking about being courteous. I said, hey, because I made a point. I said, when we get there, I want cameras rolling because I don't want to fuck around on the boat ramp and have anybody wait for me because you have to be courteous. You want to spend as little time on there as possible. So now I am backed up on the boat ramp waiting for 2 chicks on paddle boards and they're just standing there. So now I am guilty by proxy
Yeah.
because I am on the boat ramp waiting there in a walkway on a greenway around a reservoir. So it's like, are you freaking kidding me?
It just so much art was coming out of your mouth, dude. There was so much art. You were just like, that is not a fucking aircraft carrier. It's a paddleboard. Just pick
It's
it
a
up.
paddleboard. Just pick it up. Just pick it up.
Oh my God. Me and Joe were laughing so hard after that, man.
So Rebecca said those chicks are on anti-anxiety meds to keep them from stressing about people like you.
And the one who took so much time actually gave you the dirty look.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I was interrupting her day. Like I was
You're the problem.
I was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Man.
All I can say is I thought a fishing trip was going to be like, man, we're going to have to really beef this up to make it interesting. This thing will probably be the best episode. There's just so much gold. Because we realized, me and Joe realized, this whole episode, even though it's about fishing, is the first episode where it's just dialogue.
Right.
You and me and Ace, you and me in the parking lot,
yeah.
you and me waiting in the truck for these chicks to pick up their boat, you and me fishing, you and me at the pub.
Yep. Yeah, so Rebecca said their parents bought them those $700 paddle boards, but they have real problems, guys. Patrick said, like, totally.
We don't even know.
We don't even know, bro. They have these massive first world problems, bro. Massive.
We don't even know.
You don't even know.
Oh my God.
Yep. They have shit in their fridge that's spoiled earlier in the day. You know? Whew.
That was a well orchestrated day.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. Timing was right. You know, I had there was no doubt in my mind that by starting at 3, because I remember you guys went, whoa, 3. I said, nope, it's going to be perfect. Trust me. And we're going to fuck around. Yeah. We got time on our hands. Yeah. And it just so happened we needed that time. You know, like waiting for DJ. Dude, did DJ come through or what? I wonder if he's on here tonight.
DJ rocked it, dude.
Oh my God. So I'm going to share this with the squad members. So one of the squad, when we talked about making this episode, DJ said, hey, we need to get another boat, not just the one we're in. We need to get another boat. So, you know, I went shopping for another boat and you can't find them. Look at this guy with toxic masculinity. So I couldn't find one, and we talked about it on one of the lives. And DJ, I mean, he's a townie. He's, you know, I shoot pool, I drink beer with him. And I was like, holy shit, I don't know he was on the squad. He said, just use my kayak. And I was like, all right. All right. So I asked him earlier in the week, I said, I'm still good to use your kayak? He goes, yeah, either that or my flat boat. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just need a boat, man. But he brings them both. That's flat bottom boat and a kayak.
Right.
And I said, you know, and then I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass for him because of, you know, he's got to wait around. He said, no, I'll just drive Joe. And my wife will take the kayak and she'll go fishing. I'm like, dude, really? Is it going to be that? Really? You're going to make it that easy for us? He goes, hell yeah. I'm like, oh my God, man. I mean,
just show a picture of him up there with the flat boat.
Dude, that freaking rocked. So he backed that thing up, dumped it. We loaded all Joe on there and shit, and John ran around the res. Yeah, right on. Good. Yep. DJ squad member with the flat bottom boat, and Joe is happy as shit on that, man. He had plenty of room to maneuver around.
Dude, it worked amazing. The footage is phenomenal, bro. I mean, you are going to love this episode so much for all the right reasons.
Good. Yep.
It's art,
good.
bro. It's art.
Yep. Yeah, Patty, they saw us filming, right? Those chicks with the paddleboard saw us filming, more than likely.
I don't know if they stuck around for that.
No,
they were like they were confused. They were confused because they were like, because these guys are like really hot, but they're pissing us off at the same time. So they got their wires crossed, you know, mixed emotions. Your mother-in-law going off a cliff in your Cadillac, that kind of thing.
Yep. I mean, I did express my grievances with some veracity and with tonal inflection as they were passing by. I did mention to you within earshot of them that it was not courteous
Mm-mm.
for them to linger for that
Mm-mm.
long. Linger. Because they were lingering. Lingering. So and that was on purpose. I meant for them to hear it. And that's why that one chick gave me the stink eye. But sometimes you got to hear that shit, man. Some people need to be, it's like freaking, being the dean of anything douchebaggery. You got to freaking squelch that douchebaggery shit. Somebody's got to say it.
Yep.
Somebody has to.
You gave us great TV, bro. Great TV.
Good. I can't wait. That's why I said to Joe too, hey, when we get there, cameras are rolling.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have, nope, we can't get there and talk about it. Yep.
Yeah, we got two angles. We got the GoPro and Joe and the camera on the outside.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh my God.
Jumbo, flat bottom boat. Yep, jumbo. Perfect. If it's not a blonde espresso, then I don't want it. Oh shit. Yep. The problems people have. Yep, she got some whole milk in her latte. They were definitely those people. They were definitely the people who wait in line at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then will bitch if their name is spelled wrong on their, what's it called? A Bente cup? Is it? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
it one of the
Starbucks
sizes? Like Vente or something?
Yeah, Vente.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have like freaking, it's so freaking lame. Dude, there's a Starbucks in the Harris Theater. I always look at the people who are in a Starbucks line. And I pride myself as being one of those people who will never, ever be in a Starbucks line. Ever will I be in a Starbucks line.
Even if that was the only access to coffee.
I remember being somewhere.
Would you let me stand in line for you?
Oh, check it out. Now, here's an example. Rebecca and I went to a beach. I can't remember if it was on Carolina or where it was. Rebecca will remind us. And so it's a Marriott. In the lobby, there is Starbucks. That's all they were selling. Bro, I walked 3 blocks to go to the Dunkin' Donuts in the morning to get Rebecca morning coffee to bring it back up to her room instead of going to the freaking Starbucks.
Mm-hmm. But if you had no other option, I mean, if that was the only coffee available.
No, I'm gonna probably do it. Yep. Because like if people bring it to a class or an event or something like that, I'm gonna drink it. So the last Fort Benning guys who came and I trained them, they were nice enough to bring coffee in the morning. They brought Starbucks, and I counseled the fuck out of them about it. I said, "Hey guys, there are a lot of coffee places in town. There's some badass local freaking brews. You don't have to buy the shit that is anti-cop, anti-military, promotes racism, and supports a political agenda. You don't have to." And they were like, "Oh my God," but they didn't know. I mean, some people don't know what they don't know. So. Oh yeah, where's that from, Chris? That's from like a movie or some shit like that. No, grande is large, tall is large, venti is 20, and also the only one in Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages. What's that from, bro? What is that from? No, venti is 20. Yeah. So, right, Mike. Yeah, Starbucks anti-police. I just said that also. Yep. Have you heard that line before, CJ? What Chris wrote up there? It's on the tip of my freaking brain when they were talking about coffee sizes and shit like that. But that's from a line from a show, like a Seinfeld or something like that. But they had from a comedian. All right, role models. Oh, right.
Oh, yeah,
Role
yeah.
models. Yeah. Yep. 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 Role models. That's so funny. No, Grande is large. Tall is large. Vente is 20. And also the only one in Italian. Congratulations. You're stupid in 3 languages. Oh. So good. So good. Dude, I forget how good this vino is. It's been a minute since I've had vino.
Is that
Naomi.
the crap ton of it you bought from Harris Teeter?
Yep, I'm going to go back. Last time I saw it was still on sale.
Did you know that Harris
It's,
Teeter is anti-cop, though?
If Harris Teeter's anti-cop, I'll never go there again.
They're anti-cop, anti-military, and anti-University of Badassery. I might be making this up.
Yep, you are definitely. Yep, yep. No, I think it's already been answered, guys. Role models. Yep. Yeah, I believe that is correct. Whew, it's getting warm in these rhinos. Kind of warm in these rhinos. Dude, that movie, that's filled with freaking lines. You know, every time like you said, I was somewhere and bro, I can't believe you didn't say your balls are showing. Oh my god.
The Thailand story.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's
Bumblebee
anti-S? Starbucks is, Don. Starbucks is anti. Yep. Starbucks sucks. Rebecca's hated Starbucks longer than me, bro. Before
Really?
when Rebecca and I first started dating, she told me I won't go to Starbucks because they sent bills to the FDNY for consumption of water during the responders, 9/11 responders.
Wow.
Yeah. This is before like conspiracy theory shit. You know, it was like news thing. Rebecca saw it on some news thing. Yep. They sent them bills. They sent them. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me one freaking bit. It's not shocking. It's not. I didn't even go, huh.
Right.
It wasn't even, worthy. Max drinking the good stuff, the cab suffering or whatever. Yeah, this is, as my daughter calls it, Pinot Noir. So that good old Pinot. But yeah, man, this is a good freaking vino.
Did you see Chris's video of you? Dude.
No.
What? I think I told him he could post. He's like, dude, can I post this? He's imitating you on the range, bro. It's
really?
funny as hell, yeah.
All right. No. Somebody needs to send it to me. Maybe I have seen it. I don't know.
It was recent.
All right. It does not ring a bell. I've had a lot of guys do that, man. They're funny as shit. And, hey, I am thick-skinned, so don't be afraid of making, poking jabs and shit like that or imitating me because I know that I am theatrical and animated. So
really?
Yep.
That's what makes it fun.
Mm-hmm. Harris Teeter's is not required the employees to wear masks. Yep. Yeah, the tea. So the tea is not freaking,
They're not going to kowtow?
No, man. The tea is badass. They're. Yeah, I didn't even like you spreading that fake rumor because.
Hashtag fake news.
Yeah. The tea is freaking good, man. Now they did piss me off a little bit because within the confines of the Teat property, they have established a Starbucks, a pizza shop, and are thinking about Chinese. In the shopping area where the Teat is located, there is a locally owned pizza shop, a locally owned coffee shop, and a locally owned Chinese shop. So Yeah, you know, it's kind of like big guys stepping on little guys' freaking dick. Which
Wait,
I don't appreciate.
so the Harris Teeter is putting these things in the Harris
Oh, they
Teeter,
already have. They already have them inside of the store.
but they're not going to be any good.
Right. But the thing is, and you know what? Um, and the locally owned businesses said they don't really give a shit because it's not going to take business away from them.
Right.
But I guess it's just a point. You know, it's kind of like nanny nanny boo boo, stick your head in doo doo.
Yeah.
We're the Harris Teeter. We're going to do what the fuck we want. We're the big guy, and we're going to establish a Starbucks here so nobody goes to Mean Bean. You know, or we're going to take some business away from Mean Bean, even though Mean Bean, which is like 75 yards from the Harris Teeter entryway, says, "Oh no, it doesn't bother me." It just really freaking gets my goat, man, that there's a fucking Starbucks in there and that people go there instead of to a locally owned business that's 75 yards away, 50 yards, 65, 60.
People don't know
60
what they
meters.
like. They don't know what they like. They like what they know.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know what this. How is the neck? It's still the same, Matt. I need to go to the pain clinic. You know what keeps me from going is every once in a while I have a good night where my hands don't go numb. I'm like, oh, I'm
That's a
not
good
going.
night.
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
man.
Yep. Yeah, man, Vinny, that Mayomi is, dude. I mean, so they have it on sale. It's like a $30 bottle of wine, but they've had it on sale at the Teat for 20 for a while. I'm like, this is a good, really good $20 bottle of wine. Really good. I wouldn't pay because I'm not going to pay $30 for a bottle of wine. I'm not. I remember treating myself one night because there was a $60 bottle of wine on sale for 40, and I bought it. And I went home and I told Rebecca, "Hey, I bought a $60 bottle of wine, and it sucked." Lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but man, that freaking $30 bottle of wine for $20 is spectacular, especially the Peanut Neuer. Damn. Speaking of damn, Rebecca and I went out to dinner last night at Chef Warren's. So that's a place in town. We've been big fans for a long time, and they specialize in. They're all over the map, but they do a lot of farm to table stuff. So a lot of locally resourced meat and stuff like that. But they also have a really good kangaroo appetizer.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Have you been there?
You
Did I take you there?
took me and Wes.
Yeah, right. But last night they had grouper as a special, and it's been a minute since I've had grouper, and I love grouper, dude. The meal was orgasmic. I mean, at the close of dinner, I had to go up to the counter, to the chef's counter, and say, "Guys, there's a saying in Germany, and the saying goes, wie ein Gedicht," so like a poem. That's what this dinner was like. It was like a freaking poem. But I like to. I am very passionate when it comes to eating. When I treat myself like that, oh my God, this was freaking unbelievable. I could still taste it now, and I'm glad that I'm a foodie and that I get to appreciate food, and that Rebecca and I will treat ourselves probably twice a month, maybe 3 times a month. We go out and have a really good dinner like that because we're fortunate to be in a town where there's a lot of really nice local restaurants. Oh man, it was spectacular. Whew. Everything. Don with the vino. Strangler was actually pretty good. Splash Woozy. When it comes to drinking wine and stuff, Don says everything tastes the same after the first gallon.
I agree. I always tell all the beer snobs, dude, that listen, after 3 beers, I don't care what you're giving me.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Small business is getting pushed out. Same thing happened in Germany under Hitler's first. Yeah, right. Fuck. It's called globalization, dude. That's what Gary Smith said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's competition too.
The chain coffee scene in The Sopranos. Oh, I can't remember that one, but I've watched all The Sopranos. James and I are on season 3, episode 5, maybe now of
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Yep. So, do you remember? You watched Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
right? So, he just established kind of almost a business relationship with the Pollo chicken guy. You know,
Yeah.
remember the chicken guy?
Yeah.
Yep. And the Pollo guy just showed him his new lab in the laundry, where he opens up one of the big laundry machines, and they walk downstairs, and Walt goes, "What's this?" He goes, "This is your new lab." And he's blown away. He's looking at all his equipment. He's going, "Oh my god, oh my god!" But he still told him no.
Yeah.
But shit's gonna change here in a second, you know. So, biggest employer in America: Bill Gates and Fauci, part of the global elites, along with Bezos. Yeah, it's spooky shit. Yep, spooky, creepy shit. I'm just trying not to get. I try not to get too consumed by it and emotional about that stuff. Like I told those guys on that freaking podcast that one day when they said, "What do you worry about?" It's not a fucking thing, man. My objective is to take care of me so I can take care of my family, and nobody's gonna get in my way of doing that. So, and here's what I said then too, back then, because I predicted it. I said I'm going to have to worry about shit like inflation because that's going to happen, and getting taxed more. But all right. But I'm not really, you know, I mean, I'm just sitting back and watching it, and I'm laughing along with it. And the news, guys, I tell you, you've got to watch some news like for the entertainment value of it, and like find a prime time. So that way you could really digest or dissect the contrast, the colors between the big and like between Fox News and CNN. The contrast, the colors is like, it's spectacular, and it's almost predictable. You could turn it on, and here's the fun thing: predict what they're going to talk about, and then see if you are right. But I've been going more with CNN now because I really appreciate how they can manipulate stupid people. And it's wordology, it's phraseology. You know, it's all subliminal manipulation because they know that words are powerful icons. And they'll keep using the same words and phraseology enough because then it becomes rational and normal. It just becomes a normal thing. Yeah. Fuck. I got on a rampage, and now I just Phil Trask said, "If craft beer is so good, then why is Budweiser the king of beers? Long live the king." Hey guys, we're at 8:59. I got plants to water and wine to drink. Bank of England warned about it. Department of Stating the Obvious. Yeah, inflation is happening at the Bank of England. Warned us about it. Yep. Right on, John. Yep. Hey, always great being here with you guys. And, you know, don't be afraid of to ask me the dumbest freaking shit. I don't mind at all. Or don't be afraid of asking something that you may think has been asked in the past, especially if you are new to these lives, because we've covered a lot of ground. And I'm almost to the point now, since we've been doing these so often, where I'm very, very comfortable with you guys, and I forget about all of the shit that we talked about. So just kick me in the freaking nuts and push me back into reality. And if we need to go over something again, it could be a technical, tactical, personal question. I don't mind. That's why we're doing this, right? That's why we're doing this stuff. And take advantage of the courtesy of the other squad. Take advantage without taking advantage of this courtesy of the other squad members who are giving you good information and offering you advice. You know, that makes sense, right? Take advantage of it without taking advantage of it. Yeah, right.
Well said.
Right.
Well said.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys being here. Rebecca, I'm glad you were on again tonight. CJ, always good seeing you.
Yeah.
Glad we. Thanks for sharing that clip of getting in the water, man. That was funny, and I can't wait for episode 3 more than episode 2.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it. So,
are we going to close out with a meme?
Oh, cool. Meme of the week.
Last time we did, I think, cats. So I just figured we'd do one for dogs.
All right. Oh shit. Let me get on the other boom. None shall pass,
Look
Gandalf.
look at that little buddy. He ain't nobody going past that, man.
Nope. It's so great. None shall pass.
All right, everybody. We will see Tier 1 this Sunday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll get with you guys, Tier 1 and Tier 2, about when we'll do the business marketing call, because since Monday is Memorial Day here in the States, we don't want to have the business and Zoom call on that day. Thanks, everybody, for being with us, and we will see you soon. We are out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and broadcast.